Hello everybody, it's James again. We're back with the 84 Omni. And we got some big updates on everything that's going on with it so far. And yeah, so we've been working on it for about 3 weeks, getting these, started working on getting the floor rust repair done. And we've got a bit of it finished. So we'll jump right in right now and kind of show you where we're at. All right, so let's get in to the front here. So we've pretty much been working on the driver's side, and everything's kind of seam filled and primered. So you can see we got this whole back section in. We patched up, there was a big hole right about there. We got patched up, big one up in the footwell. Let's get my light so we can see here. And we got the whole footwell. There was a gigantic hole in that corner up there, and it's kind of schmoozed together, but I'll tell you, we cut all the rust out and put new metal in, and then just went over it with a bunch of seam sealer just to kind of smooth everything out, make sure there's no leaks. There was a couple other small pinholes and stuff in the floor that we didn't weld up, but I had gotten some fiberglass reinforced filler. And now these holes they're like pinholes, and in order to really fix those, I would have needed to cut out a 2 or 3 inch square to get back to like really good solid metal we could weld to. But we didn't do that. We just patched them up, because one of the biggest things I've learned while doing this, and while I'm talking here, I'll throw in some pictures or video of what this looked like before, just so you give you a good idea of what we were dealing with. But a couple of things that I learned throughout this whole process is perfection is possible, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of time, like a bunch of time. Time that I really don't have, and effort that I really don't want to put in this car. And it's not because I don't like this car. I really like this car, and I really want to get it back on the road. And that's really one of the reasons why I wouldn't say really taking any shortcuts on it, but kind of taking a few things and maybe not doing them 100% the right way, but do them in a way that kind of just going to speed up the process. Because again, everything you're seeing here with this floor repair, it's going to be under carpet. Nobody's going to see it but us. The 4 or 5 people that watch the videos, and myself. So my biggest goal was especially right here where the seat mounts up. All this is super solid metal welded back in. I can show a couple pictures of that during the process. And this is solid. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's amazing difference how much more solid this feels now that everything's kind of put together. Because we had to do quite a bit of work in the rocker area too. So not worried about the structural areas, but some of the other places where there was just pinholes, yeah, we can fill it up. Now, you'll notice here that we're missing a real big part of the outer rocker panel here. And that's because it was completely and utterly toast. I'm going to lay down here. You can kind of see some of the area, basically from here back to in here somewhere. I had to replace parts of the inner rocker structure there. And then as I was poking around, this is pretty solid. Literally a lot of the rocker through here, I could just poke my finger through it. So we cut out a strip there, and we will be welding that back in. But I think that's going to be one of the last things we do, because what this did was give me really good access up in there to part of the floor pan and the rockers I was working on, so I could treat the metal better once we got them done. But one of the reasons I'm waiting to finish that is this area up in here. We're gonna have to drop this rear axle and do some work back in here. You can see this is some pretty nasty spots, and then up over on the other side it's just as nasty. Let me see if I get, yeah, you can see how nasty that rear back section is, and honestly it looks a lot worse than it probably is. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I'm confident we can get this thing back in there stronger, because a lot of this metal you see here that's looks like it's just peeling off, that's actually just like outer sheet metal. There is an inner like rear frame structure up underneath that. It's this piece here that comes all the way down, and that's where the suspension mounts. If any of that is messed up or missing, we'll plate this up to make it super strong with some thicker metal. But again, not super concerned. It's just that we are going to have to drop this whole rear axle out to get that done. And you can see some of the work up underneath where we got it seam sealed and primed. There's still quite a few areas underneath I want to get at with a grinder or wire wheel down the rust and put some rust converter on it. But that will be coming a little bit later. You can see here we've already started, while I was waiting on things to dry, we started cutting out the other side. So let's make our way around there real quick. So here we cut out in there, and you can see it down there. That's what we cut out. So doing this side over here, we learned quite a bit. And you can see that seam up along the, I guess that'd be like the inner rock or whatever. We just kind of we overlapped and just stitch welded that in, rather than trying to do a butt and then seam it. I've learned that all these YouTube videos I've watched over the years where people are doing all these fancy, cut the piece out perfect and butt it together and tack and do all that stuff. That's for the professionals. Yeah, that's for them that are doing like show cars. This, I'll just put this way. I got probably almost as much in my welder as I do in this car, money-wise. So I'm not going to get super picky when it comes to this repair. So this floorboard up here, we've been peeling back and chipping away, and it's pretty gross. It's pretty bad. It's the other side I thought would be worse, but it actually wasn't. This is rusted, but in kind of different spots. But we'll get this fixed. Not a big deal. I'm not even after doing the whole other side, which again took me about 3 weeks to get that fixed up, all said and done. This doesn't scare me a bit, because now I know how I'm going to attack it. And some people might ask, is like, why didn't you do any videos of working on this? Well, give me just a second here, and I'm going to flip the camera around and I'll explain it. So why didn't I record a whole lot of the work that I did as well? Basically, because I didn't know what I was doing. I did record a little bit of it, but at that point I realized that it wasn't going to be very good content to put out on the channel. So I just do this for fun. It's not my full-time gig. I don't have any delusions of this becoming a full-time gig. This is just something for fun, something I do for the hobby, something I enjoy, and hopefully something that I can share with you guys that you would enjoy too. So going forward, as we start fitting up the other side, we may do a little bit more videos. I mean, honestly, if you want to learn how to weld or put patch panels in cars, there's a lot of really good channels out there people who actually know what they're doing. I've been watching a Fitzy's Fab Shop. I'll put a link like over here somewhere to that channel. If you really want to learn how to do metalwork, go watch that guy. He does some amazing stuff, just absolutely amazing. The guy's been doing it forever, and does some really good videos. So this video series is mainly just for you to follow along with somebody who's going into something that has no clue what they're doing, but we're going to try it anyway because that's the best way to learn, and hopefully give you some inspiration to go out and buy you an old junker yourself. Highly recommend it. Expand your knowledge, expand what you can do. If it's just even something as simple as buying a car, just so you can learn how to do things like oil changes or change a tire or do brakes. Go do it, because you're never going to learn unless you do. So that's going to be it for the update. The little Eastwood welder I have is doing great. I'm learning a lot. I thought I knew a little bit of something about welding, but I didn't know anything. But as I go, I've been learning a lot. It's not been pretty at times. It's not been easy. But I've been learning, and I'm happy with the results I got. They're not pretty, but it's going to look great underneath the carpet. So anyway, that's James. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, subscribe, and hopefully we'll get this on the road pretty soon. It's the 2nd, September 2nd. God dang, the year's going by quick. It's Labor Day. Just finished mowing my grass. I just noticed my eyes are kind of all puffy, probably from all the grass I just cut. But yeah, we're going to get back to work and get some more stuff fit in this thing. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.